Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I would like to give double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS, the great millstone, for teaching us the truth and our righteousness, truth, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. All right, and I got this video right here. All right, got a little bit of news. All right, as you can read the description, it says border invasion escalates as cities prepare for tent cities and tuberculosis outbreak. All right, and I got this from Reindacted. Okay, because I listen to them every day at 1 o'clock just to so they could keep me updated with the news. All right, and just keep me updated. Because sometimes they speak about prophecy and things like that. Okay, so here right here in the description it says Title 4 expires on May 11th, and cities across America are preparing for an influx of illegal migrants. Michael Yon joins Redacted from the Darien Gap to show us what's really happening south of the border and why the United States is funding the invasion. All right. So basically, he's just going to get into, you know, how it's going to, what problems it's going to cause. Okay. And basically, this is weaponization that the United States is using. Okay, it's called weaponizing migrants. Okay, so actually, before I get into the video, I'm finna get into that real quick. All right, and it says, uh, I typed in what is weaponized migration, and it says refugees as weapons or weapon of mass migration is a term used to describe a hostile government organized or threatening to organize a sudden influx of refugees into another country or political entity with the intent of causing political disturbance in that entity. All right. So, and that political disturbance, okay, is basically, I was listening to the video prior to that, okay, and these migrants, man, they're coming in here with scabies, tuberculosis, lice, all kinds of these different plagues and diseases, man. Okay, and that's gonna be, that's gonna be something real serious, man, in Jacob's trouble. All right, because I was thinking like, damn, man. Okay, well, if these so-called migrants are coming from these Central and South America countries, all right, and it's an invasion, it's like, damn, man, Jacob's trouble is it's about to be real serious, something vicious, man. It's gonna be real violent, real violent. All right, because not only that, we got people that are waxing cold and waxing worse here, okay, in Babylon, but then we got these migrants, coming in through the southern border, man. Okay, and they're coming in, coming into New York. All right, they got Central Park out there, and basically what they're doing in Central Park is they're setting up tents. All right, for these migrants to come in. Okay, and it's like, damn. Okay, well, they're setting up all these tents. It's like, okay, how are they gonna take care of their how are they gonna what are they gonna do for the hygiene, for the bathroom, and all that shit, man. In Central Park, man, it's gonna turn into a third world country in that place, man. Jacob's trouble is gonna be it's gonna be real. It's gonna get bad. All right, so I'm gonna play this video here.
in the gap and the Darien Gap. And actually, at the instantaneous rate of bus flow from Darien Gap is about 30 to 40 bus loads per day. That's increasing. But there are hundreds that are coming through when you start adding up, for instance, Guatemala, El Salvador, Mexico. For instance, we have many of the migrants who are flying to places like Cancun first. So they'll fly to Cancun or Tapachula in Mexico or Mexico City, and then they will jump on their buses from there, or even trains, actually on the roof of some trains. So anyway, I spend a lot of time on the Mexican border with Arizona and the United States, and also over in Morocco, watching the same thing between Greece and Turkey, Lithuania. I watch it all over Europe. And so the weaponized migration is something I study in great detail. And this hop that causes it, hop is the human osmotic pressure, the push and pull of migration. Right now, we have about About 200 per day Chinese coming through the Darien Gap alone. That does not include ones who are coming through Bahamas, the ones who are coming through, for instance, well, Canada is a lot. Others are just getting visas and landing at the Atlanta airport, right? So there's a lot that are coming through the northern route. They fly to, like I said, Mexico first and that sort of thing. There's many different routes to get people into the United States. But the bottom line is this is a weaponized migration.
A weaponized migration. And this is happening not just in the United States, but it's happening all throughout Europe. It's happening on a number of places. So this isn't just happening in the United States. It's important for us as people of the world to understand what's happening to the United States and how it's being weaponized.
Well,
Who's
they're
All right, so you heard him. Okay, so basically this is like a worldwide invasion. All right, a worldwide invasion, man. All right, and like you said, man, it's happening in Canada and the UK and all these other countries, man. All right, so man, we're in some real perilous times. Jacob's trouble is gonna be something vicious, man. Jacob's trouble is gonna be something vicious, man. All right, sedition among men. All right, people killing each other. It's or deleting each other, should I say? It's gonna get bad, man. All right, people stealing from each other. Whoo, it's gonna get real bad. All right, it's gonna get real bad. All right, so we're gonna read what Title 42 is. Title 42 of the United States Code is the code that addresses public health and social welfare and civil rights. Title 42 was a previously rarely used clause of the 1944 Public Health Services Law until the Trump administration began using it in 2020 to prevent migrants from entering the United States. Okay, and the main thing on here, it says that it addresses public health. Okay, but Donald Trump, he used it to prevent migrants from entering to the United States. It says Title 42 grants the government the ability to take emergency action to stop introduction of communicable diseases. The Trump administration used Title 42 to designate hundreds and thousands of migrants for expulsion, arguing that following the migrants to enter the U.S. may increase the spread of COVID-19. All right, so originally it was used, okay, to prevent, disease. Okay, it was to prevent disease to the public health in the United States. All right, but Donald Trump used it for expulsion. Okay, and to keep migrants from entering to the U.S. Okay, because he was afraid that it was going to increase the spread of COVID-19. Okay, so man, Jacob's trouble is going to be bad, man. That's all I can just get in my head, man, because, we don't even got these people here in Babylon, okay, that are waxing worse, but, man, we got people that are coming in from these foreign countries as well, man. All right? Coming in from Nicaragua, from Mexico, Brazil, all these other countries, man, okay, which those people, are Israelites from various tribes, okay, but, the thing is that, they're going to bring in a whole bunch of disease, man. All right, they're coming in with diseases, man. I was watching the video prior to this, man. They said that the people are coming in with, different diseases, man. Tuberculosis, man. That's if an outbreak of tuberculosis happens here in Babylon, oh man, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be a terrible time, man. Terrible time, man. Tuberculosis. Matter of fact, let's look up tuberculosis. So let's see. A potentially serious infectious bacterial disease that mainly affects the lungs. The bacteria that causes TB are spread when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Whew. Okay, so it's a bacterial infection that affects the lungs, man. So just imagine, you getting tuberculosis and you can't breathe, and you got all these people coming in, to Babylon through the southern border, the northern borders, the UK. This is going to be a worldwide pandemic, man. Eventually, that's what it seems like where it's going. All right. So it's gonna be terrible, man. We're coming to some terrible times, man. We're coming to times where a lot of disease is gonna be spread. A lot of killing, sedition among men. All right. So I want to get up. I want to bring a couple of scriptures in right here, Jeremiah 30, and I'm gonna start at 4, and it says, "And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel, concerning Judah. For thus said the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." All right, because when Jacob trouble comes, man, it ain't gonna be no peace, man. It's gonna be a whole bunch of confusion and destruction. All right, and it says, "As ye now and see whether a man doth travail with a child." All right, you get into the word travail, that gets into like labor's birth pains. It says, "Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all the faces are turned upon paleness." Okay, because the men are gonna be terrified, man, like they seen a ghost, man. They're gonna be terrified, during Jacob's trouble, man, because of everything that's going on, man. All right, this is gonna be. They're gonna see people deleted all over the place. People are gonna break in and spoil their goods, and man, you're gonna see women getting raped and all kinds of things like that. All right, this is verse 7. It says, "Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." All right, so it ain't gonna be no other time like it, man. It's gonna surpass slavery, the Holocaust, any great disaster that happened is gonna surpass all of that, man. You gotta think about, man. You know, you got people coming in, from other countries, okay, that have hatred towards America as well. All right, they hate America, man, from all the people from all these other countries, man. So, Jacob's trouble, man, it's gonna be a time like no other, like no other. Um, this is second Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and sword in their hands." And that's exactly what's going to happen, man, especially with this invasion coming into Babylon, okay? People, people are going to be fighting against one another, man. They're going to be, standing up and fighting against one another, man, with their swords, man, with their guns, with their knives, any type of weapon they could get their hands on, man. All right. Um, people are gonna be, spoiling each other's goods, breaking into each other's homes. It's gonna be all out, just all out race war, civil war. It's gonna be terrible, man. These times are gonna be terrible. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." All right. So, there's going to be a lot of invasions of one another. Okay. And, people are going to just, not regard each other, man. They're not going to regard each other. They're not going to care about each other's life, man. Especially when the family gets involved. All right, and the food shortage comes, man. Oh man, that's gonna bring out a lot of demons, man. All right, that's gonna bring out a lot of demons, man, in people. All right, people are gonna be willing to kill for food, man, in these days, man, in Jacob's trouble. All right, it's gonna be terrible, man, and they're gonna bring in the martial law and all that. They're gonna have to bring in the martial law to get everything under control, man. And even with the martial law, man, people are still gonna be fighting against the military, man. All right, and the Lord is gonna, is the Lord is bringing mass. Is going to bring mass judgment, man. People are going to die by the thousands, man. Get deleted by the thousands, man, during this time, man. All right, because you got the migrants, and you got the people that dwell here in Babylon in the land, man. Okay, so between the migrants and the people here in Babylon, it's going to be, it's gonna be terrible. We're coming to some terrible times, man. The Lord is out here to do some work. All right, He's out here to put in judgment, man. All right, especially to the 2/3, man. All right, and the people that are coming in, they're Israelites as well. Like I said, from various tribes, man. So 2/3 of our people are gonna be cut off and die, man. It says, "And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." All right, and that's they're gonna bring in a martial law, man, because things are gonna get so bad, man. It's, people gonna be fighting against each other, killing each other. It's just gonna be terrible, man. It's gonna be terrible. We're coming to some terrible times, man. All right, it's hygiene. Man, this is gonna trash all over the place. Oh man, it's gonna get bad, man. So we really need the Lord, man, in these times, man. All right. So, with that being said, I just kind of just want to kind of put this out there because they really don't speak about this much on the news. Okay, and I just want to give all honors, praises. I want to give all honors and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shai for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I just want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters out there that are pushing truth and our righteousness, truth, and sincerity. All right, shalom, shalom. I pray that this short lesson was edifying to you brothers and sisters. All right, watch as well as pray. Okay, pay attention. Okay, pay attention. Be circumspect about what's going on. Okay, because times are evil. All right, we're getting into some real evil times. All right, disease, all kinds of diseases and all kinds of crazy shit is coming, man. All right, judgment is coming. All right, so Isaiah 55:6, man, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. All right. And I pray, I pray that the Lord be with you guys, man, the hopeful elect. I pray that the Lord be with us through this all. Okay. So I just want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters out there once again for pushing the truth and our righteousness, truth, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom.